Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the chilling world of the most extreme snowstorms ever recorded. From the unforgiving landscapes of the Arctic to the bustling cities caught in winter's grip, we'll uncover the raw power and unexpected beauty of these frozen events. Get ready to be amazed by nature's icy fury. The Great Blizzard of 1888 is one such event, a tempest that swept across the northeastern United States, leaving an indelible mark on the nation's memory. For over 36 hours, from March 11th to 14th, 1888, the skies unleashed a relentless barrage of snow, driven by howling winds that reached hurricane force. Cities like New York and Boston found themselves paralyzed, their streets transformed into impassable drifts. Telegraph lines snapped under the weight of the snow, plunging communities into an eerie silence. Trains ground to a halt, their passengers stranded, their cargo undelivered. Over 400 souls perished, many succumbing to the unforgiving cold, while others were lost in the blinding whiteouts. The economic toll was equally staggering, with businesses shuttered, crops destroyed, and infrastructure crippled. Yet from the depths of this frozen nightmare, stories of resilience and compassion emerged. Neighbors helped neighbors, sharing what little food and shelter they had. Doctors and nurses, braving the treacherous conditions, risked their lives to tend to the sick and injured. The Great Blizzard of 1888 serves as a stark reminder of the awesome power of nature, but also of the indomitable spirit of humanity. In the winter of 1972, a blizzard of unimaginable ferocity descended upon the mountainous region of southern Iran. For 5 agonizing days, from February 3rd to 9th, the snow fell relentlessly, blanketing the landscape in a suffocating white shroud. Villages were cut off from the outside world, their inhabitants trapped beneath a frozen tomb. The scale of the disaster was staggering, with some areas reporting snowfall exceeding 26 feet. The Iran blizzard of 1972 remains one of the deadliest snowstorms in recorded history, claiming the lives of over 4,000 people. Many perished from hypothermia, their bodies succumbing to the relentless cold. Rescue efforts were hampered by the sheer remoteness of the affected areas and the impassable roads. Helicopters struggled to reach stranded communities, their efforts often proving too little, too late. Entire villages were wiped off the map, their inhabitants entombed beneath the snow. The Iran blizzard of 1972 stands as a chilling testament to the raw power of nature and the fragility of human life. Chapter 3. The Buffalo Blizzard of 1977, a city buried alive. The city of Buffalo, New York, has long been synonymous with harsh winters and lake-effect snow. But in January of 1977, Buffalo faced a blizzard so ferocious, so relentless, that it etched itself into the city's collective memory. It began on January 28th, an unassuming winter day that quickly transformed into a meteorological nightmare. Winds howling off Lake Erie picked up moisture, transforming it into heavy, wet snow that began to fall with a vengeance. Visibility plummeted, streets became impassable, and the city found itself in the grip of a full-blown blizzard. For days, the snow fell relentlessly, driven by winds that gusted up to 60 miles per hour. Snowdrifts piled up, some reaching heights of 30 feet, burying cars, homes, and even 2-story buildings. Buffalo, a city accustomed to winter's fury, was brought to its knees. The blizzard of the 77, as it came to be known, tested the limits of human endurance. People were stranded in their homes, their supplies dwindling, their only contact with the outside world, the howling wind and the relentless pounding of snow against their windows. Emergency services struggled to respond, their vehicles rendered useless by the impassable roads. The storm raged for days, finally relenting on February 1st. In its wake, it left a city transformed. Chapter 4. Snowmageddon 2010, a nation brought to a standstill. In February 2010, a series of devastating winter storms dubbed Snowmageddon swept across the eastern United States, leaving a trail of record-breaking snowfall. From Washington, D.C. to Boston, major cities were blanketed in a thick white shroud as 2 back-to-back blizzards dumped unprecedented amounts of snow. The first wave, arriving on February 5th and 6th, brought heavy snow and high winds, shutting down airports, closing schools, and bringing life to a standstill. Just as the East Coast began to dig out from the first storm, a second, even more powerful blizzard struck on February 9th and 10th. This time the snow came down even heavier, driven by hurricane-force winds that created blinding whiteout conditions. Snowdrifts piled up, some reaching heights of 10 feet or more, burying cars, blocking doorways, and making even the shortest journeys impossible. Roads became impassable, forcing the closure of major highways and interstates, stranding motorists and leaving thousands stranded. Power outages became widespread as power lines snapped under the weight of the snow and ice, plunging homes and businesses into darkness. The impact of Snowmageddon was felt far and wide, disrupting air travel, shutting down businesses and costing the US economy billions of dollars. But amidst the chaos, stories of human kindness and resilience emerged. Neighbors helped neighbors clear driveways, share supplies, and check on the elderly and vulnerable. Chapter 5. Mount Shasta Snowstorm of 1959, Buried Under a Mountain of White. In the annals of extreme weather events, the Mount Shasta Snowstorm of February 1959 stands as a testament to the awe-inspiring power of nature. Over a period of just 5 days, from February 13th to 19th, an astounding 189 inches of snow fell on the slopes of this majestic California peak. A relentless torrent of snow, driven by howling winds, transformed the familiar landscape into a surreal, almost alien world. Trees, normally towering sentinels of the mountainside, were bent low under the weight of the snow, their branches groaning under the strain. The small town of Mount Shasta City, nestled at the foot of the mountain, found itself on the front lines of this meteorological onslaught. Streets disappeared beneath a sea of white, homes vanished beneath towering drifts, and the very air seemed thick with the weight of the falling snow. For the residents of Mount Shasta City, the storm was more than just an inconvenience. It was a matter of survival. Food supplies dwindled, communication lines were severed, and the outside world seemed a distant memory. Yet even in the face of this extraordinary event, the human spirit prevailed. The Mount Shasta Snowstorm of 1959 serves as a stark reminder of the raw power of nature, but also of the indomitable spirit of humanity. From the historic blizzards of the past to the more recent events that have tested our resilience, we've journeyed through some of the most extreme snowstorms ever recorded. These events remind us of the awe-inspiring power of nature and the importance of respecting its fury. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. Stay warm and see you next time.